On a roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. Shout out to my boy DZ. Hold up. Was that music not playing that entire waiting room, guys? Let me know if you could hear that. Let me know if you could hear that music. Okay, yeah, it doesn't look like you guys were able to hear that music the whole time, guys. I had the volume down. I'm over here in the studio just like rocking out to the beat here, and you guys couldn't hear anything. Which is super embarrassing. So, yeah, shout out to you guys. Sorry about that. I apologize for that zero music waiting room. We'll have to make it up with some fresh songs tomorrow. But what is going on, guys? Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in tonight to do 2 hours of TA with your boy Frankie Candles. I appreciate all of you guys. As always, don't forget to smash that like button. Every 100 likes we get, you guys get a spin on the wheel of pain and pleasure where you guys will have multiple chances to win some free crypto, maybe a hat, maybe a t-shirt. This is not really a Frankie Candles t-shirt. But yeah, maybe we'll give away some merch. Maybe we'll give away some crypto, but we'll definitely give away crypto. But guys, we're going for 550 likes on the stream, as we always do. If we hit 550 likes, I will give away a free month of that premium Discord membership to one of these lucky CandleMafia members in the chat. So shout out to everybody. I appreciate you all one last time. And guys, Bitcoin is absolutely brutal right now. It's absolutely brutally boring. And we got a lot to talk about today because I really want to talk about the situation we're in for Bitcoin right now, because obviously not much has happened in the past, 2 weeks. We've just kind of been sitting in this sideways range. If you zoom out a little bit, we've essentially been in this, more macro range for like 2 months. It's been absolutely brutal, guys, but we are hanging out at the bottom of the range. So I want to talk about kind of, are we bullish? Are we bearish? Because we have the bearish signs. We talked yesterday about a little bit about the bearish case and kind of why I am a little bit more interested in shorting a lower, higher low rather than looking for some fresh long positions. But as price action develops, it just gets more and more confusing as the price action goes on, right? It just keeps getting more and more confusing. We're getting mixed signals here. So, we're within that value area, right? We're holding that key level of the value area low. And if you're looking at the volume profiles, you're kind of expecting that to trigger a potential move back up to the highs of the range. But we're also inside of a bear flag. And we also had the red dot on the daily, which wound up being a VWAP flip, and now we have a green dot. So things are super, super hard to read right now, guys. I'm going to keep it 100% real with you. But we're going to try to look into the price action today, and I'm going to try to dissect really what the likelihood of Bitcoin breaking down is. Do we have to worry about that 25K level, or are we going to get a shot up to 29K? I really want to talk about it. But before we even start the show, I want you guys to understand that specifically right now, I would say things are really unclear, right? We're in a really weird position, and once in a while we get into these situations where it's really hard to read. So I just want to kind of let you guys know, be careful whether you're long or you're short. I'm in a very small short position. I am in two much bigger swing long positions from much lower down. So I am kind of hedging in both directions. However, I would just mention, guys, be careful no matter what side you're on. But I'm going to give you guys that clarity today and let you know really whether I think Bitcoin's going to break up or down. But I do just want to, let you guys know it is very, if you're having a hard time reading the charts right now, you just understand that that is for a reason, right? Like things are very unclear, but I'm going to try to clear it up for you guys today. They call me Frankie Goggles because we give you guys that 2020 vision. You know what I'm saying? That didn't even make sense. But before we get into it, guys, let's go ahead and see who we got in chat tonight. And real quick, guys, just so you know, we will be ending the stream slightly early today. I'm going to be on a Twitter space with, I'm going to be on Garrett Soloway's Twitter space, so it's going to be super, super cool. Tony D will drop the link in the chat if you guys want to hop over there after the stream and join me. But just a heads up, we're going to go through Bitcoin. I'll try to look at Ethereum and some of the altcoins, but we will be getting off early because I got to get ready for that space. But it's going to be super cool. So, guys, meet me over there. It's going to be a blast. We're going to be chatting about Bitcoin. Yeah, shout out to I never know how to say your name, bro. But you're in here all the time. I feel like I should know you. Like I do know you, but I feel like I should know how to say your name. But it's Risknor says that voice is crispy AF today. Actually, he just said his voice is crisp today, no AF. But yeah, I am feeling my voice is feeling a little bit better. It's probably gonna crack. It's probably gonna crack once in a while. I guess the word crack is an easily crackable word. But yeah, I am starting to get my voice back a little bit there, guys. So shout out to you guys. And without further ado, let's say what's up to chat and then jump right into the charts. Try to figure out if this thing's going up or down. We got Wendell in the chat right off the bat. Shout out to Wendell. Thank you for being here, bro. You've been here forever. Shout out to Wendell. Good to see you, man. We got John Davis in the chat saying Frankie Goggles. Doesn't even make sense. Shout out to John Davis. Crypto Main in the chat. We got Mark Houston, what is going on? We got Hannah King, one of our loyal female CandleMafia members. What is going on? We got D Petty in the house. What is going on, D Petty Crypto? Guys, don't forget, we got D Petty, Rob the Crypto Snob, Crypto Billy, Crypto Anon, Tony D, Tyler Durden, Chemistry Bro, Captain Kirk. Guys, all our mods, they are the best. Show them some love in chat. They help us out a ton with the channel, and I would be absolutely lost without them. So show the mods some love. I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for all you do. We got Kenny in the chat. What is going on, Kenny? And I'm not talking about Kenny from BitBoy Crypto, because y'all know Ben killed Kenny. But anyway, what is going on, Kenny? Good to see you here, man. I appreciate you for tuning in. Shout out to Crypto Maxi. Hey, I like the Bitcoin maxis. I like the alt maxis. I like the ETH maxis, the Cardano maxis. Shout out to BJ. But hey, you can't hate on a general crypto maxi. Let's go. I would consider myself a crypto maxi. Let's get it. Shout out to Michael. What is going on, bro? Huddle Crypto. As always, good to see you. Salute to the mods. Let's go. Showing respect to those mods. Let's get it. Shout out to Harley. Says, hi, Frankie. What is going on? Oh, hey, we got Debate Crypto in the chat. What is going on? Debate. I don't know if that's Keeper or Crusader. But guys, shout out to Debate Crypto, guys. Go check them out. They're in the chat. Let's get it. I was on Around the Charts yesterday, or it's Altcoin Monday. I don't know the name of the exact, I don't know what exactly they call it. But yeah, we were on Debate Crypto yesterday. Absolute blast. I love going on that show. Super valuable, where they get a collection of all the TA guys, and we all get together and talk about the charts. It's kind of, I mean, it's not a surprise. That's my favorite thing. So shout out to Debate Crypto. Thank you for being here, guys. Let's see. John Davis, we said what's up to you. We got Knucklebuster in the chat. What is going on, man? Crash, CB Tone. What is going on? And last but not least, we got Crypto Main in the chat. What is going on, brother? And Dave P. and Brad Geidel, or Brad Geidel, I think is how you're really supposed to say it. Shout out to Brad. He was actually at the Hit Factory today. I was hanging out with him. And I gave him a really special, exclusive piece of merch for stopping by the Hit Factory. So shout out to Brad. Good seeing you today, man. And I think I'm going to see you tomorrow, too. So shout out to you guys, or shout out to you, Brad, and shout out to the CandleMafia. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right on in to the charts. Guys, don't forget today's energy. Oh, no. I'm sorry, guys. I'm in widescreen. I'm sorry. I thought I was making a good investment getting this big ultra-wide monitor, thinking it's going to be super easy to do TA on the streams. I was so excited to get this monitor. And then the first time I went live, I was so excited to reveal it, and everybody hated it. Everybody was like, this is horrible. I can't see the numbers. I can't see anything. Go back to 1080. I hate your monitor. Return it. I didn't return it, but I have to constantly change aspect ratios. But without further ado, for the second time, let's go ahead and jump into the charts. Here we go. But yeah, guys, don't forget, today's energy is brought to you by Aztecian Cactus Moss Water, not Celsius. I don't know why people think this is Celsius. It's Aztecian Cactus Moss Water, and it's how we keep our energy up for the stream. Let's go. Are we cooking with gas? And play the Ratchet song, please. Shout out to John Luca. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. I actually rugged everybody on the music today, unfortunately, by accident. I didn't mean to. But let's go ahead and continue on here, guys. Quick little sip of the Aztecian. Now, let's go ahead and jump in. Now, guys, I want to go ahead and turn off the indicators and kind of just start off on the higher time frames here because things are unclear right now, guys. Now, obviously, we've gotten this massive move up, right? Now, you guys do know that we have the 200-week moving average coming in basically right where we are hanging out right now. This is a massive level of support. We must hold this level to remain bullish. Now, if we do wind up losing this, if we wind up losing this 200-week moving average, guys, we really need it to be a quick shot down and a quick move up if we want to remain bullish and continue to the upside. Now, with that being said, we are on our way down to potentially tap this again. We actually did tap it and wicked right back up, and now we are on our way down for a potential second tap. This is a big reason why we have some of our key levels that we show on the lower time frames. A lot of them are in correlation with the 200-week, but this is really when all is said and done and you zoom out and you're really trying to figure out, forgetting about the scalp trades, forgetting about the day trades, forgetting about the degen trades, just looking at the long-term price action, guys, the 200-week moving average is a very, very big level to watch. Excuse me, King Peasant in chat. What is going on, bro? But with that being said, WTBS, guys. WTBS. Shout out to Dave Digital. I see you in there, Dave. Actually, wait, hang on. Where was Dave? I didn't even see him to say hi. Usually he's in there. I did see him before, though. He is in here. Don't worry, guys. But that 200-week moving average is going to be a big level to watch, right? So if you're someone out there that you're not a day trader, you're not a scalper, you're kind of just buying and holding, waiting for the next time to drop a big bag into Bitcoin, if we lose this 200-week moving average, that's going to be a big thing to be looking at. Because if we lose this, there is a good chance that we will, flip pretty bearish, right? That is a big, big level to watch. Taking a look at Market Cypher, our VWAP is rolling back to the upside. Money flow coming straight back out. Nothing really new to take away from here. We are rounding off, but it's a little too soon to really deduce anything from this time frame. Taking a look at the 6-day, kind of the same thing. Money flow came back out, but we could just be making a little bit of a higher low here as that VWAP rolls back up. Go ahead and turn off that moving average. And then coming down to some of these other time frames, guys, 3-day money flow is kind of flat. VWAP is coming right back up. So that is looking like it could potentially, come up for that green dot somewhat soon. This is kind of where the mixed signals start to come in, right? Because at one point when we were, we've been ranging around here for so long, right? That at one point in this range, we have the higher time frames looking pretty nasty, right? Indicating that we would probably get a move to the downside, but we didn't really get that. We didn't really get that big move to the downside. So now the higher time frames are starting to roll back up, and they're starting to not really look as bad as they once were, right? VWAP coming right back up on the 4-day, the 3-day, and we have finally started to print our green dot on the 2-day. Now, if you guys remember from yesterday's live stream, this is what we were talking about, right? As we were looking at this price action, right? Saying, hey, we were down here at the bottom of the range, saying, hey, if we are going to get another move up, I'd be watching that 2-day green dot to, we were kind of talking about if we get that green day that 2-day green dot, and it gives us a move to the upside, which it likely will, I will be looking for a move back up to the top of the bear flag for a potential rejection. And essentially, we have come kind of up to the top of that bear flag / range that we have going on here. I will pull up the levels in just a second. But, we were looking for that move up, right, off that green dot on the 2-day, which we are getting. And if you guys remember, I was talking about how, this was kind of the one bullish case last night, that if we got that green dot, it would likely give us a move, but I would expect it to be somewhat of a lackluster bounce and in which case I would be looking to short a lower high to come down then to lower prices, right? And, this is happening right now, right? We're getting the green dot. We got the little push up that we were looking for. Money flow is still crossing over into the red, but one of the big things that was kind of adding confluence to this was the fact that the daily time frame actually looked very bearish, right? Yesterday, we did wind up having that red dot printing on our daily, right, with our money flow coming out. If we come on over to bar replay mode, you can kind of see a little bit better, how that looked. And you can see, right, like this is pretty bearish looking. It's a fresh money flow crossover, money flow coming straight out with that red dot, right? I will be honest, guys. This looked pretty bearish yesterday. And this is kind of, what was giving me my little bit of a bearish leaning bias yesterday was the fact that this red dot on the daily was likely going to give us something. However, obviously, when we closed that candle yesterday, we got an immediate VWAP flip where we immediately invalidated that red dot with a green dot, right? And if you guys remember from yesterday, I was saying I was not really looking for any new long positions because I am still holding my swing longs, I believe, from all the way down here, or I think it might be actually from down here. No, it's from down here. So I am still holding that those two swing long positions, so I wasn't really looking for any new ones, and that's why I was just kind of waiting for price to come up and to look to short a lower high. However, now the fact that we've gotten this VWAP flip kind of changes things a little bit for me, guys, because not only that, but we also have our money flow starting to curve back to the upside. So this is something I'm watching very, very closely. Now, if we go ahead and turn on our levels here, come down to the 4-hour, you could see, let me turn off the kind of bearish case here, but you can see here, guys, we're really just bing-bonging around in this range, right? We're really, let me go ahead and hide these fibs. Let me hide this. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, so, and let me hide this fib as well. So we're just kind of bing-bonging around the range, right? And I was kind of saying on that 2-day green dot, if we get a move to the upside, kind of the spots that I would start to look at would be the top of this, somewhat of a bear flag looking type formation here. I would be looking at the top of the bear flag. I actually drew it to the top of this wick, so I was looking as high as this level here at about 27.9. But we were also looking at the top of this local range, right? That's all we're looking for is ranging price action. That's all we're looking for, guys, right? So, we have come up to our first major level of resistance, which is the value area high of the local range, and we have gotten a bit of a rejection. So, let's talk about this, guys, because here's the thing, right? Now that we got the VWAP flip on the daily, that kind of makes me feel a little bit more bullish, especially with the money flow coming up. So I'm really, really going to be watching the daily candle close very closely today, right? So kind of the bearish case here is the head and shoulders, right, that we've been looking at forever. I can go ahead and turn it back on for you. Kind of the bearish case here would be the head and shoulders breaking down. As you guys know, we looked at this yesterday. Here, this white trend line right here is the neckline of that head and shoulders. And it does look like we are bearishly retesting that neckline. So the level, and we also just tested it again and got rejected. This is going to be a pretty big level. If we could get not only above the neckline, but also this value area high, which you do have perfect confluence with, if we could get above that level, I would expect more upside for Bitcoin, and I would expect the next major stop to be around $28,000, between about $27,800 and about $28,600. Basically between this golden pocket and point of control. So this is kind of the next major level. If we do continue the upside, we got to get past that neckline. We got to get past that value area high, coming in at about 27.4, about 27.4. If we can get back above these levels, guys, that is where I would expect more upside, bringing us up to this next level right here between the point of control and local golden pocket. And if we don't get a harsh rejection right there, right, to come down and make a lower low, that is where it is going to become much more likely that we come up to the highs of the range. Now, again, with the green dot back on the daily, it's just become more and more blurry to, whether this is going to get a move back to the top of the range. And again, things have changed since yesterday, and I am feeling a little bit more bullish than I was yesterday, right? And the reasons for that are, obviously, number one, that VWAP flip on the daily time frame right here, right? VWAP flip. That is showing me that the bears tried to push the price down. This was looking very, very bearish yesterday, and then the bulls came in and ate it all up and absolutely stomped on the bears. So that is number one. One of the reasons that I would kind of lose my bearish sentiment a little bit more now. Another reason is a very, very obvious reason. We've been looking at this since we came down to the lows of the range. When we came down to the lows of the range, you guys will know, we were screaming from the rooftops, don't get super bearish at support. Don't get super bearish at support, especially with the head and shoulders. Everyone's going to be getting super bearish at the lows. But we were not, right? And we caught some long positions down here to ride them back up to the local range high. But the reason we were not getting bearish at the lows was because we ripped below these levels and then snapped right back up and maintained support above the value area low. That is pretty bullish, guys. Now, if I come on over to a clean chart, you can kind of see it a little bit better if I go ahead and grab that fixed range and pull it through this whole area of price action, right? Now, this is pretty bullish, right? There's a few things here, guys. And if you remember, I believe, when was this? Was this back in Miami? No, I think this was a little bit before Miami, but you guys will know, as we were coming down here, we were saying, don't get super bearish at support, don't get super bearish at support. And we were looking at a very specific level, and that was this level right here, this wick, right? This wick right here at about $26,477. That was our line in the sand. That was the low that we did not want to break, right? And we'll come down to regular candles too. That was the low that we did not want to break, right? And that was kind of where, if we broke that level, I would expect to fall through the low volume gap that we have right here. And we were expecting a quick move down to our next level, which is about 25K, to come revisit these highs from back here, right? That's our next level of support that we were looking at. And that was kind of the narrative here, right? If we break this level decisively, we start closing candles underneath here, higher time frame candles, 4-hour candles, daily candles. That is where we would flip more bearish and expect, once we couldn't get back above this level, we'd expect that move down to 25K. However, what happened? You guys will remember we were talking, and it's funny because we brought this up, or I brought this up on the live stream, and I actually brought it up to the premium Discord before it even happened. Basically, what we were looking at here to maintain my bullish bias, right, not getting bearish at support, was a swing failure pattern of this wick from back here on the daily, from back in March, right? And we were looking for a big move down and then a wick back up and a candle close above this level. And we were talking about, if that happened, that would be a pretty bullish sign that we could continue back up and make some more highs. Now, we looked at that. It was quite a while ago, right? We were probably talking about it back here on these candles. This is what, May 10th, right? So talking about this back here, even on this candle, we talked about it. I think I brought it up on the live stream, definitely to the premium Discord. And I completely wasn't really looking at this. And then in the office, I was talking to some people and they're like, yeah, the swing failure on the daily. And I was like, yeah, man, that is, I kind of took that out of my, I just wasn't really thinking about it. So, you don't want to forget that we did get this. Now, it doesn't guarantee that we're going to get a big move up, but the fact that we held this this level here is a pretty big deal, right? And again, that green dot is another big reason I would flip a little bit more bullish here if we confirm this green dot. But really, the main thing here, guys, is the fact that we're looking at the volume profiles, right? And we know that when you leave the value area low and you deviate to below the range, it is very likely that if you do not get accepted into another value area lower, and there's not a lot of new volume coming in on the profile down here, there is a good chance that price is going to seek out where most of the volume was being traded, as you can see right here, is within the value area. So we popped out, right? We did not get a whole lot of volume down here. There was not much interest down here at these prices. And that wick wound up shooting, right back up and closing that candle above our key level. And not only that, guys, we actually almost closed the level above the value area low. But the point I'm trying to make is we deviated from the lows and we got back above the value area low. And we are now holding that value area low as support and kind of holding on for dear life here. And as you guys know, once you break below the value area low and you get back above it and you test it as support and you hold it, that is where you're likely to get your move back up to the value area high. Hit me with a bing bong in chat if you have a green name. Hit me with a bing bong emoji in chat if you remember us talking about this, not only in this situation, but on any of the volume profile situations where you know that once you get out of your value area and you get back below the value area high and you can't get back above, that's where you see the low. And once you deviate from the low and hold the low and then hold the value area low as support, that's where you get a move to the high. Hit me with a bing bong in chat if this sounds familiar. Now, that is really the biggest thing I'm looking at, right? Because as you guys know, when the indicators are confusing, when everything is giving you mixed signals, we refer to the key levels for insight into what is going to happen, right? Now, we got the green dot. We're playing red dot, green dot here on Market Cypher B, right? Red dot, green dot, red dot, green dot. Shout out to Market Cypher. If you guys want to check out the discount code in the description down below, it's one of the main indicators, if not the main indicator that I use, in my analysis. I'd be, the Market Cypher is sauce, right? So yeah, if you guys want to use that discount code in the description down below. But we're playing red dot, green dot down here, right? Like the best indicators in the world are going to give unclear signals sometimes, right? It's a sketchy market. Look at this tight range we are trading in. This is this is absolute bore fest, right? So getting mixed signals on Market Cipher. We're even getting some mixed signals on the BitLab indicators. We had a bottom signal down here, but now we have unshaded waves. Actually, relative extrema does look like it wants to roll back to the upside, but we're not getting any bullish divergences or bullish signals on our hidden volume. Things are looking very confusing. So that's where we shift our focus to the volume, the key levels, specifically the volume levels. And again, just going back to this simple strategy of, hey, like what happened here, guys? We broke out of the low and we got back up and we are now holding support on the value area low. So just looking at the laws of the volume profile, this looks good for a move back up to the high of the range, right? Obviously making a stop off here at the point of control at about $28,050, right? So just looking at the volume profiles, this looks pretty good, right? And the fact that, back when we were looking at the swing failure pattern on the daily, like this is a pretty significant low or a pretty significant bottom, right? Like this is a bullish candle. Right? This is a very bullish candle with that long wick on the bottom, and, you just swung fail this level right here, right? And that's a pretty bullish sign, and now we're holding support above this level. But then you could say to yourself, well, hey, we've tested this level a bunch of times. The more times you knock on the door, the more likely the door is to open, right? Then we have the 2-day money flow crossing into the red. So things are definitely confusing out there, guys, so please be careful. But kind of how I'm looking at this, shout out to DJ Meat Missile in the chat. I just love saying that word. Shout out to you, man. But this is, this is kind of the main thing I'm looking at. And, as long as we hold support on top of this value area low, it's not until we lose this level decisively that we would expect more downside. But it is really, 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 a little bit confusing here. So it's a little bit flip-floppy, right? Like now with the daily green dot, this confirms, you're holding key support. You got the green dot. And it's not only that, guys. There's some more things that are kind of starting to look a little better than they were yesterday. And that lies on money flow, right? Your money flow on the 10-hour is working its way back to the upside. Your 12-hour is also working its way to the upside with your money flow. VWAP rolling back to the downside. Your 16-hour is rolling back up with the money flow, so that doesn't look that horrible either. And I would say, guys, if we were given points to the bulls and points to the bears for each bullish and bearish evidence piece, I would say with the money flow coming up on the 16 and the 12-hour, the green dot on the daily with money flow coming back up, and the fact that we're holding this key level of support being the value area low, we know how reliable this is, right? Like what happened here? We came up, lost the value area low, came back up right to the high. What happened when we came out? Came out of the value area, back below the high, right to the low. Came out of the high, came back below, right to the low. And this is, so between all these things, guys, I have to say, like, the Bears won yesterday. The Bulls are winning today. And, so right now, I will say this, because as you guys know, yesterday I was saying I was not really interested in entering any new long positions. If we confirm this green dot, I will be more open to entering new long positions, right? I would be looking to enter some more scalp longs, and for all those reasons I just mentioned. So, and it's just crazy, right? Because we basically saw exactly what we wanted from yesterday. The 2-day green dot gave us a move up. We're getting rejected from one of the levels that we were looking at, and again, looking to short lower highs as well, but things are really, really blurry right now, guys. And I will say, again, when things are very confusing, I just refer back to the key levels. And the fact that we're holding support above that value area low, we have to assume that the next likely place for price to go is going to be that point of control. Now, even if we come back down to the value area low, as long as we hold it and don't lose it, that is where we are going next. Most likely, it's going to be about $28,060. Now, I wouldn't really start worrying about lower prices until we start breaking the value area low, and more specifically, this key level we've been looking at forever for some more downside. And again, that daily was really looking like it was primed to dump yesterday, and we just didn't get it, right? And I think yesterday I went on a little bit of a rant about on how you have to be ready to flip-flop on a dime, especially if you're a trader. We were talking about, people think they catch TA people saying you were bullish before and now you're bearish, and like they think they got you. Like they caught you doing something that you don't want anyone to know. But that's just how things work, right? You got to be able to flip bearish and bullish, and that is a perfect example, right? I was bearish yesterday, but that VWAP flip was huge, right? This VWAP flip with the money flow coming back up, I'm not just gonna say no. I said I was bearish yesterday, so now I'm sticking to my guns because I just have to stick to my guns. No, the information changed. So you have to change your sentiment based off of new information. The chart is always printing new candles. So it's always giving you new information to analyze. And if that information changes market structure or changes the sentiment, you have to be able to take that into consideration. Because if I were to sit here and be like, nope, guys, I know we're pumping today, but I'm still bearish just because I'm bearish, you're not going to get far like that, right? So, and it's hard for me to say that I'm not, it's hard for me to say that I'm not keeping my sentiment from yesterday because I am still interested in shorting lower highs. But again, the fact that we got this VWAP flip really changes things for me. This is one of the most major things, right? And then the 12 and the 16-hour money flow are number 2 and 3, right? And then again, like your 2-day, your 2-way VWAP, the money flow still does not look good on the 2-day. But look. Money flow is ripping right back up, so you have to take that into account. And then your 3-day, your 4-day, and your 5-day VWAPs are also curving back up as well. Money flow is still coming out on the 5-day. So, these are starting to shape back up as well. But I would just be very careful how I'm handling this right now, guys. Again, I am holding my swing longs. If we confirm this green dot on the daily, which it does look like we will, I would be interested in also looking for scalp longs to potentially get a ride back up to the top of the range. And then if we come up to our POC, I will be taking profits, right? Let's say I was able to get into a long position, right, from a pullback, right? Let's see, do we have any local Goldens? Let me see. Pull it from the high to the low, right? Like, let's just, for example, say, let's just say, for example, come down to the 2-hour here. Let's just say that we go from, this move to the upside. We pull it from the low to the high. We came down. I'm not saying you should do this. I'm just saying we came down to a level here. We got bullish confirmations, and I enter a long position here, right? Basically, what my idea for that trade would be, right? Like, let's just say, actually, we get a bigger cool-off. Let's say we cool off. We have a 4-hour red dot right now. Let's say we get one more pull down to this golden pocket, right? Price comes down. Bing, bong, right? And I get some kind of a bullish confirmation to get into a long position. I would be looking to ride that back up to about the point of control, right? Now, first off, I would actually be looking at, if I entered the trade right about here, I would be looking to take profit at a few different places, right? So if I pull the range, I would be looking to pull some profit at the value area high, right? So this would be a nice little 2% move, right? Very profitable move. If you're trading with leverage, right? So my first take profit would probably be the highs of that range because we're basically taking that long almost from the lows of the range. So just treating it like a volume profile, right? Waiting to get to the lows, looking for bullish confirmations, getting a ride to the highs, right? So I would look to take profit there. And then I would also look to take a lot of profit at the POC and then hold a moon bag potentially to get a ride up to our value area high for a 7.5% move. And that's kind of what I would be doing, right? I would look for a scalp position there. However, if we came up to the POC and things looked very, very bearish, I would be looking to add to my shorts and close my long in full to get a ride to the downside, right? So that's kind of how I'm playing things, right? I'm just playing both sides right now. Again, looking to short lower highs, but with that green dot confirming on the daily, if that happens today, I will be looking to get those scalp positions back up to the point of control. So that's kind of how I'm handling things right now, guys. Yeah, shout out to Crypto Pollo in the house. What is going on, bro? He says, Mr. Market Maker playing games. Yeah, it is just absolutely brutal. But I will say, guys, just don't forget the basics of the volume profile, right? Our key level remains the value area low of the range. If we hold above that value area low, we can expect higher prices for Bitcoin, right? Yesterday, with that daily, it did just look like it would have been pretty likely, if we didn't get the VWAP flip, it did look likely that if we were going to break down from these levels, it was likely going to happen on that daily red dot, but it simply got invalidated, right? That's just, we're just reading the charts here. It got invalidated, and now we're looking to basically just hold support up here. So I'm basically 50-50 right now, guys, just playing both sides of the game here. So yeah. That's basically what I'm looking at, guys. Other than that, nothing else really changed, right? We're just bing-bonging around here. So, again, if you're looking for fresh long positions, really what I would just be looking at is the range. Wait till we come to the range lows. That's where I look for longs. And then if you bring it up to the range high, take some profits. If it gets a bigger move up to the macro range high at 29K, good, that's great. You turned a little scalp trade into a grand slam, and then if we break out of there with volume, we might be able to get a move a little bit higher back up to 30K, right? So, these are just some of the, this is basically how I'm feeling. If you're looking for, again, you're looking for moves, right? If you missed the long from down here, you wait for the move up, wait for another move down, look to long a higher low. Where does that higher low come in? Pull your fib levels, right? Pull from the low to the high. And look at that. You came right down to a golden pocket. That's where you look for your bullish confirmations, right? You missed this long, wait for it to come back down. You come back to the golden pocket, boom, you got to ride back up almost to the value area high. You came down a little bit, but then you got to move to the high, right? So right now I'd be doing the same exact thing. I would just be pulling my fib and looking for lower highs, looking for golden pockets, looking for golden pocket and 786 fib levels. This little area, right? This little pocket right here. Looking for longs within those retracement levels, right? Because we talk about how these retracement levels are like price actions like a bouncy ball, right? You get a move up, and then you come down and you bounce, right? If you're going to start a downtrend, the ball will bounce, but it doesn't. Oh, if you drop a bouncy ball from up here, it's not always going to bounce right. It's not going to bounce right back into your hand. It's going to, fall short of your hand, right? And a lot of times, again, right, you drop the ball, you get a bounce. It's not going to bounce all the way back to your hand. It's going to make a lower high, right? And that's the same thing when looking at the fib levels, right? You're just pulling from a high, going to the low, and you're just looking at where that lower high is going to come in, and a lot of times it comes in between these two levels, right? So that's just how I'm handling things, right? If we come down here, I find a long position, I will now take it, which I was not going to do yesterday. I was not interested in entering a new long yesterday, and the reason being was the way the daily looked. But now that that's been invalidated with a green dot, I am now more interested in looking for scalp longs again. And then again, really the key level here, as things are an absolute mess on the charts, is just looking at the key levels, which your major key level is really going to be sitting right here at about 26,800. If we hold above this level decisively on the higher time frames with higher candles, that is where we, as long as we hold above that level, we could expect some potential higher prices for Bitcoin. And we are now printing the 2-day green dot, which could continue to play out. So keeping an eye on that. But again, we got to watch that money flow. If this money flow crosses back into the green, that's a good sign. But if it does not, I would still be expecting this to be a little bit of a lackluster bounce. But again, it's just the 2-day money flow. The 3-day doesn't look like that. The 4-day doesn't look like that. The 5-day doesn't look as good, right? The 5-day doesn't look as good. The 6-day still doesn't look as good. So again, the mixed signals are out there. But right now, guys, keep it simple. And I'm keeping it simple. This is not financial advice. I can't tell you what to do. But for me, I am watching the key level at 26.8. As long as we hold above that level, I am feeling pretty good about Bitcoin now with that green dot on the daily. Bob from accounting in the house. What is going on, bro? Thank you for being here. He says, feels more like a dodgeball to the face. Oh, interesting. Shout out to Jim Bennett. What is going on, bro? Thank you for being here. But yeah, guys, that's basically how I'm feeling about Bitcoin. Other than that, we are just playing the sideways ranges, guys. So again, looking for longs. If we do get a continued pull down here, we are getting that 4-hour red dot confirmed as we start to pull down from the highs of the range. If we can come down here between the value area low and the point of control, I will be looking for some potential scalp positions back up to the range highs. And then hopefully, again, if we can hold our key level, get a move up to the POC at about 28.60. And then if we get up to the POC, I will be looking for short positions. If I can get confirmations, I may take profits on those scalp longs, look to add to my short, and then ride the bigger move to the downside. But again, once we lose that value area low, your last line of defense is really going to be this wick from back here. And then obviously we do have a 786 We do also have that 786 that we've been watching down here as well, right below this this wick, this swing failure level that we're looking at. That 786 is coming in at 26,200. So that is really your last line of defense. But once you lose this swing failure, that's not really, or this golden pocket, nice little confluence there. That is that's not really going to be looking good. So let's continue on here. Let's see. Let's check on chat, and then let's go ahead and move on to the altcoins. What time is it here? 6:30, guys. I do have to get going here. I just wanted to make sure I got Bitcoin done, but we will take a look. Boingy. Shout out to ERAM. We will go take a look at some of the alts, and then we're going to be hopping on the Twitter Spaces with Garrett Soloway. So, guys, definitely meet us over there. And don't forget, guys, it is not too late to enter the Bing X CandleMafia community trading competition. I dropped the link somewhere. Tony D, if you could drop that link again, or any of the mods that have the link, if you guys can drop it there. If you guys are interested, there is going to be, I think, $3,000 in USDT prizes, and they will be withdrawable. For anybody curious, they will be withdrawable. So yeah, I think it's gonna be 3,000 split between the top 10 traders. So definitely, yeah, mods, if you could drop that link, definitely go sign up for that, guys, if you're interested. Let's see. Shout out to Rebel Rooster said, Frankie, you be doing stupid good TA, man. I've been grinding for 2 years trying to get it down. Super helpful to confirm or question what I'm seeing. God bless. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Rebel Rooster. Bing bong. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you very much. It means a lot, bro. Thank you for the kind words. It really goes farther than you would think. I saw somebody with a funny name in here, and I want to find the guy. Where is he? Where is he? Someone came in. It was, hang on a second. Let's see. Jim Kramer, that's it. Jim Kramer in the chat, guys. Shout out to Jimmy. He says, I feel like trading the corn is as confusing as trying to answer my wife when she asks me what I want for dinner. Jim, are you telling me I'm not the only one? This is Mrs. Candles. This is a live reenactment. Frankie, what do you want to get to eat? Let's go get steak. I don't really feel like getting steak. All right, let's go get Italian. The Italian in Atlanta's not good. Okay, let's go get burgers. It's too greasy. I don't want burgers. Okay, you pick. I don't know what I want. You pick. Okay, Mrs. Candles. Let's go to the Cheesecake Factory. I don't feel like getting dressed. Let's go get McDonald's. You want to drive to McDonald's? No, that's going to be gross. It's going to make me feel gross. I guess we're not eating tonight, Mrs. Candles. I feel your pain, Jim Kramer. Shout out to you. I saw that chat. I had to go find it, bro. I'm just kidding, guys. Mrs. Candles is the best. But she is very indecisive. Shout out to Mrs. Candles. Y'all know she's in here, probably. Mrs. Candles, show yourself. We know you're watching. Let's go. You're not alone, sir. Shout out to Jim Kramer. All right, man. That makes me feel better. You guys are funny. Right after saying I'm not picky, I'm good with anything. Yes, tell me about it. Cheesecake for dinner? Let's go. Yeah, Dave said, Frankie, watch it. I don't want to get in trouble, guys. Too funny. All right, let's go. You guys kill me. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a quick look at Ethereum before we go ahead and hop off here to get on that Twitter space with Gareth. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Shout out to Rob. Thank you for dropping that. Rob just dropped the link, guys. I'm going to pin Rob's comment. So if you want to join the, where is it? There we go. If you want to join the trading competition, I have pinned the link to the top of the chat. You can just go click that link and sign up. Like I said, $3,000 in UST split between the top 10 traders. And I don't think there's a lot of people signed up right now. So the competition's pretty low. I mean, it's probably like a decent chance that you get the money unless a ton of people sign up today. But yeah, go check that out, guys. But let's take a look at Ethereum, guys. Now, as you know, we've been looking at some key levels on Ethereum here, and it's kind of between these value areas, right? We got this value area here between about 1830 and about 1730, and we were breaking below that value area low, or value area high. Breaking below this level, which was pretty bearish, and then we finally broke out and got above this level, guys. If we do wind up cooling off a little bit more here, we are getting that 5-hour red dot. If we cool off, a big level of support I would like to come test will be this blue box down here at about 1822. If we can come back down there and hold that level as support, I will be looking for a big bounce. I will be looking for long positions on this. I will be looking for this to hold as support, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. Going to be a big level because as you get these breakouts, you know, this was resistance, 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 resistance. We break out. And yeah, and a lot of times you do like to come flip that to support. So I will be looking at that's going to be a big level of support to be watching. If we do get a continued move to the downside here, as we are just slightly cooling off. And then I will be looking also at this more local range here. We are getting that green dot on the 15-minute. May be able to get a ride back up to the range highs. But other than that, taking a look at your daily, you know, we had a VWAP flip all the way back here. But yeah, other than that, yeah. Could we be foreshadowing, you know, this little range? We broke out pretty good here. Could, you know, I guess Bitcoin is kind of doing the same thing, but, you know, money flow coming back up here on the daily as well. This was looking much worse yesterday. It is starting to turn around a bit more here. So starting to, you know, make strides in the right direction to get that move back up to our range high. And that other range we are looking at, guys, is up here. You know, your other range high would be up here at about 1940. So that would really be what I'm looking at on Ethereum, guys. Again, things have taken a little bit of a decent turn, right? Your 3-day looking for that green dot as well. Very, very close to that green dot, much closer than Bitcoin. So not looking as bad, but again, very, very confusing. So I will be looking at those key levels, guys. Really, this value area high coming in at about 1830 is going to be your major level of support. If you could hold above that level, I would look for further upside. Now, if you break below it and cannot get back above, you will likely get accepted back into this area of balance, and it could potentially give you a move down to 1730. But right now we're above it, so I would look for moves down to test it as support before getting a bigger move to the upside. And with all that being said, my 4-year-old said, bing bong, he's right here watching the sauce with me. Shout out to Crypto Infinity. Looks like that sauce is going to be infinity in your family, my man. Shout out to you, and shout out to your kid. Bing bong, let's go. Shout out to you, man. But guys, like I said, I do have to get to this Twitter space, so I hate to cut the stream so short. This might be one of the shortest streams we've done where I'm not traveling. But I want to be prepared for I want to be really prepared for this Twitter space. Chemistry Bro says, remember on June 1st, Hong Kong is opening crypto trading. We could see a lot of Asian liquidity flow in there for a pump. Definitely something I would be keeping an eye on, Chemistry Bro. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, definitely something I would be watching. Yeah, hidden bear divs keep us bing-bonging. Yeah, it is absolutely brutal out there. Super boring, super confusing. But again, guys, for Bitcoin, real quick, again, before I leave you guys, you know, I will just say, as long as we hold above this key level, just remember the simple rules of the volume profile. It's not until we break the value area low, again, coming in at 26,800, it's not until we break that level that we have to start looking at the lower end of things, right? So that is our key level. That's what I would be watching. The indicators are confused. The price action's confused. Things are unclear. So we're watching the key level at 26.8. And with all that being said, guys, with all that being said, guys, shout out to Deathburger, says, hey, see that 40% 3-minute candle on Kava yesterday. Oh, baby, that is crazy. We'll have to check that out on tomorrow's live stream, guys. Again, sorry about the short stream, but again, can't turn down a Twitter space with Garrett the God Soloway, the GOAT. Let's go. But yeah, guys, I will drop the link in the chat, or hopefully, I don't know. Tony D, are you in here? If Tony D, if you're in here, drop that link to the Twitter space. But obviously, if you guys follow me on Twitter or Gareth, you'll be able to find your way there. Javit the Barber says, I'm confused. Me too, Javit. Me too. Shout out to you, man. All right, let's see. We said it all, Frankie. Please do AVAX. We're not doing altcoins tonight, guys. Sorry. We're gonna have to do them tomorrow. I will make up for that tomorrow. Let's see. Thanks, Frankie. Creighton's such a detail-oriented lad. But, guys, with all that being said, that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. Don't forget to smash that like button on your way out. Yeah, we will. I'm not going to spin the wheel tonight, but we will spin it. We'll add those spins to tomorrow. If we get 400 likes by the time the music stops, I will give something away special this week. And with all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I'll see you tomorrow, same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. Shout out to my boy DZ. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
AMRB's what we got.
Time's close, I whittled them down. Stick it to them by sticking around. The gang online, Iwo Jima got one flag and it's sticking the ground. Setting up shop. Think I got the message across. Came for the titles and press of the watch. We played the levels of Letterman jocks. Pins on the jacket, the man's abundant. The point of the road was banned and rugged. Hushing, I'm planning on pants in London. The products are not being scared of some judgment. Gotta stay in the cut. Cut you off if you ain't making the cut. Couldn't tell you who the hell is behind us. You start to forget when you stay in the front of it's up. And it's up for grabs, no remorse of who I'm taking it from. Numbers I give on my scoreboard is the only form of us staying in touch, that's saying enough. It's time to receive for all of the favors I've done. Too late for y'all to switch teams, everybody getting big leagues. Product flying out the shelf, what's in store for us? Known to hit a hole in one, look at the crowd and shoulder shrug. Shots are limited, I'm scared mango with the golden gun. Posted up, ready for whatever, boy, you know what's up. Time's close, I whittled them down. Stick it to them by sticking around. The gang online, Iwo Jima got one flag and it's sticking the ground. Setting up shop. Think I got the message across. Came for the titles and press of the watch. We played the levels of Letterman jocks. Shout out to Steve. The boy getting love from the harsh critics. Strauss hit me bi-weekly, the time he keep taking it further. You aren't finished and I gotta listen. Ain't he son to believe in and see that I'm actually breathing and doing it real time. Love to pull an idea out thin air, act on it and profit in real life. If we not aligned, don't present me a dotted line. Yeah, I'm a QB, but I ain't handing out nothing for someone to monetize. And it goes to the birds too, can't give it a time of $1, so cut her eyes. They get X'd out, for they had the potential to be my ex. I know all the plays, I'm a seasoned vet. Yeah. Always showing up, known to hit a hole in one. Look at the crowd and shoulder shrug. Shots are limited, I'm scared mango with the golden gun. Posted up, ready for whoever, boy, you know what's up. Time's close, I whittled them down. Stick it to them by sticking around. The gang online, Iwo Jima got one flag and it's sticking the ground. Setting up shop. Think I got the message across. Came for the titles and press of the watch. We played the levels of Letterman jocks. Time's close, I whittled them down. Stick it to them by sticking around. The gang all out. Iwo Jima got one flag. Yeah.
Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time?
Look, I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop. I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peace. You gon' see the flex when you hear these writtens. Trust me, you know the difference. I got a long ways to climb before you see a slippage. I see the process and the journey I'm supposed to be, but perplexed, cause I don't really see nobody close to me. Hopefully this ain't wasted and I know it ain't. You gotta take the time for seasoning to marinate. You need the patience and the pressure just to detonate. I'm trying to blow up and these heathens need to get it straight. Gifted with a vision and precision, I'm just trying to make it high key. Might be breaking free like I was Zion in some Nikes. Tucked at the crib, bro, you know just where to find me. Making beats and spitting crack verses pretty likely. Yeah, socks with the burst, boy, I ain't changed a bit. Normal guy till I die, you know what it is. You probably thought I'd give up now that I got some kids, but really nah, I got these arrows aiming at your ribs. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the start, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas. Hey, please be on the notice, these my motives. Bought my chicken and it's rotis. You parsimonious, you take it all cause you a locust. My focus is to grow this mission. A visionary, get a dictionary. We here off the rip and we ain't sharing, we just caring. Let me speak it to the manager. We damage her, no you ain't messing with an amateur. I'm ramming, the competition, they ain't standing up. They fanning from left to right cause now they branded us. Now who that is? Mike Jones, they ain't want me now, they all on me. Got counterfeits trying to play me, I guess they thinking I'm Sony. These big head dummies showing up and out of their character. Homie, you need a price cause without it the squad ain't hearing you. Top of that, we ain't fearing yet. We swinging for the fences with the sting of a left hook that connects with Sonny Liston. I'm dismissing any and all of the disrespect. Nonetheless, it ain't a threat, I'm just letting y'all know who's next. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the start, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas, you gon' see the...
It was a joke. I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry 3 times. It was a joke. It was for the show. I know you're not indecisive. Yep. I know you always pick where we eat. I know you do. I was a joke. Somebody made a joke in chat, and I know. I know you always watch. I forgot. I'm sorry. It was a joke. It was for the show. It was a bit. I'm sorry. Listen, you want to get food tonight when you get back? Okay. Oh, yeah, no. We'll talk about it when you get here. Yeah. No, okay. All right, bye. Oh, hey, guys. I'm not in trouble. I think I talked my way out of that one. I told her we would go out to eat, and, yeah, she was in chat, guys. She didn't show herself, but she was in chat. And for anybody wondering, Mrs. Candles is very decisive. She always picks where we eat. I never have to pick. It's always her. Just so you guys know, I don't know if anyone ever asked you, most decisive person in the world, Mrs. Candles. Shout out to the CandleMafia. Thanks for always having my back, guys. Oh, hopefully, if I don't go live tomorrow, guys, send help. That's all I got, guys. Hasta pasta. I'll see you at 7 on Twitter with Gareth Soloway. That's all I got. Frank Candles out. Bing bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out.